Good morning, Hazy, Penny, Marmars, Cleany, Hemp Toad. There's no Is Herbie here. Good morning, Lady K. Lady K all day. Grady, CCS, MDK. MDK for the rest of the way. I have a scratchy voice this morning. Exceptionally exceptional. RX. RXy. Oh, Penny, that sounds fun. Good for you, Mom/Grandma. Okay, one more song.
Show you how to pinpoint a bull elk's exact
One more
location
song.
using the Hunt app. So I'm in New Mexico.
Would somebody help James Caraccio? James, you're lucky I've been holding that present for a week. Somebody just write to the, real quick there, help him, just write down the address he's supposed to use. It's called the DetroitMushLab.net. Don't use Google, use another search engine, Bing or any of the other ones. The Detroit Mush Lab, penny packets, all, yeah. But it's not going to be capitalized, James. It's all small letters. The DetroitMushLab.net. Yeah, I'm glad to know you're still around, bro, because I've got that thing. Matter of fact, all of those are sitting there waiting to be, yours is at the bottom next to the little plastic cup. All of those are waiting for people's addresses. And the pair of socks. Bill's right. Use the QR code. See, listen to what CCS is saying. And you guys know my Pop's rule. I'm not supposed to have boxes sitting around here. Good morning, everybody. Generally speaking, though, I'm not complaining at all. We've put so many boxes out in the last couple of weeks. For that to be the few, that's not too bad. I think you guys are doing a great job, and I appreciate your attention consistency to it. Appreciate. Good morning. I didn't mean that to be like a negative to you, James. I apologize. It's one of Pops' triggers, and I work on it. I'm working on it right now by apologizing. Good everybody. Good morning. Oh, let me show you something. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. CCS? Right? I was going to write to you and ask him to send it to him. Okay. Good morning, James. Okay. Give me 5 people that want me to read that out loud. Give me 5 people that want me to read that card, the bear card, out loud. Little sniffly this morning, hanging there with me. We're going to make it. I feel great. Give me 5 people. Is there any way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 penny. Don't do it. Good morning, Laura. I hope you have a divine day. Can I get a few more likes? 52 people, 22 likes. Sounds like 30 lazy thumbs. There's only one reason we like you to do likes. Like you to do likes. Give me a few more likes. R&R, come on, man. You're better than that. We're all better than that. You know that? All we're asking for is a like so other people find out about the program. Thank you, James. It's all part of the season. It's rainy, drizzly, outside right now. Okay, and I have to go between here and the grow house, back and forth about 4 times a day right now. Did I ever tell anybody how far the grow house is in radius from my place? Did I ever tell you guys how far in radius the grow house is from my place, from the Detroit Mush Lab? We have a lab, and then we have the CCS thinks it's next door. Hey, quick, Perline, I need your address, doll. Yours is one of those packages sitting over there. Did I ever tell you? No? Well, I'm never going to. Okay. And no, it's not next door. All right? Whoever said 8 Mile, we're nowhere near 8 Mile. Wrong spot to be. If you guys knew Detroit, you wouldn't put your mush lab in your grow house. Well, lab, okay. The grow house, don't put it anywhere near the 8th mile. Okay? Nathan, it's 14 miles up the hill in the snow, and then you got to turn around and come back down. And once you get back down, you're there. But first, you have to go all the way up the hill, snow, turn around, come back down, and you're at the grow house. Okay? There's a maze or two. I took a guy there about 1.5 years ago, Daniel. I took a guy there about 1.5 years away. Yep, Michael, it's uphill both ways in the snow just to get there, let alone come back. Try getting back. I took a guy there about a 1.5 years ago, maybe a little longer. He wanted to do a podcast situation, but he wanted to see. But there's no way I put him in a blindfold. He had to wear a blindfold. And then you think we drove straight there? No, not so fast, my friends. Because some of you are smart enough to count the turns. You go, okay, one left. I did a left, I did a right. I did a right, I did a left. No. We drove in circles. We went up to 14 Mile and back. We drove in a lot of different, we took 7 trips around the block, and then we ended up next door. One of these days, what's going to happen is we're going to move to a bigger facility. This is a goal. And when I do, I'll probably turn that crappy little house into a museum, a mushroom museum. Give me 5 people that like that idea. If Streety's here this morning, you're going to find out one of the things we're going to hang in the museum. I have something very special to hang in the museum. Hang in here for a couple of minutes and I'll show you what it is. All right? We'll do a mush museum. It'll be the orig. That'll be where it all started. Okay. We won't charge much for you to go there. But you got to have a little donation to the nonprofit organization. Oh, I'm thinking brilliant. The house will be owned by the nonprofit organization. How will that help on our taxes? Caw-caw. Caw-caw. Boy, I gotta talk to the lawyer. Penny. I gotta start talking to the lawyer. Sunday services? Sunday services? We'd still leave a couple of racks up so you could see what it looked like back in the day. Oh, you guys, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting shroom bumps. Okay? I'm getting shroom bumps. D. Anderson's already moved Brock out. D. Anderson's perfect place to give Brock his key. Oh, you guys, I'm loving this idea. We have something to hang at the church. Churchies. How do you say church and museum together? Church. Churseum. A churseum. At the churseum. Be the first churseum to mushrooms in Detroit. If not, the world, Hague. I think I like the way Hague spelled it. A churseum. You guys, we laugh at things like these, but these become ideas. They're planted seeds. Who knows if it ever becomes a full-grown plant? But it's important to plant seeds of good ideas. Okay, Mushroom Hall of Fame. Hagues, can I be in it? Hagues, I want to be in it. Especially if you guys voted me in, then all of you could say, I know the guy. I know one of the guys that's in it. Is that where we put my statue? Streety, is that where we put my statue? Remember I was going to get a statue? A couple of years ago, you guys were going to get me a statue. Remember? Jesus Christ, of course I'm going to do that. There's no one else can do that. The leader always has to do that when no one's looking. You don't let people come over and have dirty bathrooms. That's terrible. Certainly not to the churchseum. We got to have, that's hilarious. A little stall for the pony. When the kids come to the churchseum, they can take a pony ride. Huh? What? This is getting good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Place to park my boat. Because I like this. Should I read the letter finally, Pops? Okay. Let's keep thinking about the idea. The churchseum. Oh, Streety, it's got to be as clean as Bucky's toilets. Give me just one or two people that agree that Bucky's are the cleanest toilets. I've been in 5-star hotels. You could go to Paris, France. You could go to a hotel next to the Eiffel Tower. You won't find a cleaner toilet than Bucky's. Come on, give it to me. Give it to Bucky. Is that a true statement? That would be our goal. We want our bathrooms as clean. Matter of fact, got a better idea. I got a better. It's like my statue gives advice. An active, animated one. I'm not kidding you, Bucky's. Here's what we do. Subcontract it, Perlene. We're going to subcontract cleaning the bathrooms to a Bucky's employee. We'll find a kid that works for Bucky's and says, you do the same thing to our bathroom as you do over there. And then there, churchseum bathroom situation handled. Done. No, Mushy, I've never been to France. No, I've never been to France. The other side I gone to, but not to that side. The Bears. The Bears. The Bears. Good morning, Free. Hey, Free, I'm thinking it's been a long time since I told you I loved you. There's everybody here I love too. Free once kept me from crying all night. I was blubbery. True story. Nobody understands. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not. Pops, is this really you doing it? He slapped me around without even raising my hand. I mean, raising his hand. He gave me the old verbal slap-a-dap. Get it together, pal. Can I go to? I should go to bed now. Yeah, go to bed. Tomorrow will be another. Okay, Free. I'll go to bed. I'll go to bed now. Thank you, man. I love you. I love you, man. Yep, it happened. Gary, he's good at it. I want him to be softer with you than he was with me, though. I mean, he wasn't rough, but I hope he's soft with you. I got the king ready for his subject. Yep, that's pretty much the lecture. Oh, it was so good. All right, we ready? The Bears. See, that was at a mush fest. Emotions run high the first night of a much fest. Right? Okay. The Bears. Ha ha. Merry Christmas, Pops and Brock. Wait, there's Logan's asking question on here. Somebody give him an answer. I'm going to read. Everybody knows the answer. From Primordia, well, after Primordia, does pin start to form? Well, Primordia is pins, Logan. Primordia is pin. So if you're seeing Primordia, you're pinning. If your question is how long from pin to full fruit, 7-8 days. But if you're asking how long from pin to pin, a Primordia to Primordia, they're both the same thing. Okay? You're about 7 or 8 days away from fruit if you're seeing pins, or even just little white fellas on the top of your cake. Little white, little bumpy beeps. That's your Primordia / pins getting ready. You're welcome, Logan. Street, Josh up. The Bears. Merry Christmas, Pops and Brock. The Bears at Mush Fest was one of my most memorable memories of this year. And definitely of all of Mush Fest. Thank you for all the energy that you give all of us. Because of tea, I have learned and done new things, made new friends, and have grown so much spiritually as a person this year. I look forward to tea every day, and I really do not like it when I have to miss it. Your messages and the challenges and situations in my life have been synchronized so closely.
Drop up to 13 pounds week after week.
So many times, I actually look up to the corner of my room for cameras. Like, how does he know that? The answers and ways I need to look at things and react then become very clear. I love you and the T crew so much. Notice she's saying T crew, and that's in capital letters. 2024 is going to be a year filled with growth, happiness, and love. Have a divine day. Much love, Laura. I'll hold on to this card for quite a bit, Laura. It's a great card. And you really were Quite something to meet. Guys, you should know she's beautiful. Striking eyes. Don't let her around the table just too long because her volume could go up just a touch. We got to bring our volume down so the cops don't take us away. But when her volume's like right about here, she's literally the greatest thing at the party. Ooh, Laura, come back. Laura, the cops are. Okay, we're doing fine. Okay? Laura, you know I'm teasing you, am I right? You know I'm teasing you, am I right? Teasing you with truth. You should have seen Daniel Cunningham. All right? And Emily, I don't even know if she was there half the time. She slept on the couch straight up and down. Well, I'm like, Emily, is she okay? You guys, check her pulse. Is she all right? Seriously, Daniel, she's fine. This is how she sleeps. Sitting up. The fly catcher open? What? What's going on over there? I'd go back to about an hour later. You know she's going to be moved by now. She's still sitting there. 7 hours later. You guys, somebody needs to check her. I'm not doing it, but somebody please. And, if you Daniel, I love you. Thanks for laughing. And Emily, it's good morning, Laura. You have to agree, right? You guys, wasn't Laura sweet? Higgs, it got kind of scary there for a minute. All right, Daniel, she's alive. Pops, calm down. I was little. This could be the first mush fest. We have a DOA. You know what I'm saying? One of these mush fests someday, between now and the next 75 years, somebody will take a natural. I mean, it won't even be. Why am I saying this? Stop it. Pops. So this came from Streety. A little while ago, okay, CCS, I can imagine. That's why I ask us all to take it easy when we're there. I don't want to have to call that guy. Okay? Especially this party, we had the district attorney next door. Laura, the district attorney is next door. Shh. Oh, really, Penny? We won't be able to go? Yeah, next week. Next week, the week after the 1st of January, Captain Jeff, myself and Miss Rose. Actually, we have to wait till Miss Rose is in Germany. She's visiting her brother, who lives in Germany, who was in the United States Air Force, and he retired. And while he was in the Air Force, stationed in Germany, he met this beautiful blonde German lady. And they married and had some kids, and they've gone back and settled in Germany near her family and town. So she's gone back there for a couple of weeks. I think it's exciting because when you go to Germany, when you go there, you don't just go to a little town. You end up on a train and you end up in every one of the major European cities you can think of. And you get there pretty fast. So, anyway, why am I talking about that? I know why. We're waiting till Miss Rose gets back. And then we're going to have our pick the site, get a nice Airbnb, maybe 2, might take 2, I don't know, depends on the size. And bear with me, is this okay with you guys? That we get it on the river, not in Detroit. That's going to be about another 35, 40 minutes from the Mush Lab. And we can even have people stay at the Mush Lab too. But there's going to be a house. I want to get a house on the river, St. Clair River, with a dock out back. And then I get our boats there, and we can spend some boating time, a little fishing time, boating time. CCS, you know all about that old room, don't you? So think of this. If you guys wanted to look it up, just look it up and put it in your little memory bank. Marine City, Michigan. Marine City, Michigan. That's the little city that will be looking for a house on the river. So if you feel like looking it up and seeing how long a drive, Marine City, Michigan. And we're looking for probably, again, somewhere around the last weekend of April. Somebody said we couldn't do it the first weekend of April, first two, because they couldn't make it. I forget. Well, I'm sorry I'm rambling. I sincerely apologize. Let me read this letter to you from Streety. Two or 3 weeks ago, I had sent something to Streety. This give you background. First of all, bigger background. Streety and I have a bromance on Streety. Maybe he doesn't even know it, but I love the guy to death. He's one of those guys, just like some of you guys know. I meet you and I just, boop, I feel like old soul, having met an old soul. We lived if I believed in reincarnation, which I don't, the part that makes me believe in it is when my soul touches your soul. And I feel like I've known this person somewhere before. And I get that connection. I used to think it was super rare. And now at Mush Fest, they're happening all the time. Like, hey, there's another one. Why am I finding all of them at Mush Fest? We've been friends in past lives, kind of a deal. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Freeze one. I mean, I don't want to list everybody because somebody will get left off and I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I literally meet some old soul friends. It's so... What a unique thing to experience in your 60s. What if I'd have met you guys when we were in our 20s and we were still hanging out into our 60s, Carrie? Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? And more than that, do you know how many people care about you now that didn't care about you last year? That would be at your, let me just put it to you this way in a macabre way. You're going to have a lot more people at your funeral this year than you would have last year. Just let's say, I don't know why I keep talking about dying. Penny me and Buck, I agree. You're going to have more people at your funeral, even if sometimes our funerals might have to be virtual. I don't know. Zoom funerals happen. They're the real thing now. You can Zoom my funeral if you want to. You will have more people. That is actually, in its own macabre way, a comforting feeling. Am I right, Carrie? You're right. Think about that. It's weird. People are going to fight. People are going to fight to give your the speech at your funeral, your eulogy. I want to give it. Hey, Pops. Hey, pal. I hope this finds you well. Handwritten. Towards the end, he complains about his handwriting. Says, I'm not sure about your handwriting's amazing, bro. Just the fact that you took the time to stop and do this means a ton to me. Because I bet you Streety could type faster than about 95% of us here. I hope this finds you well. Enclosed in this box are a couple of gifts for you and Brock. Watch this. This is really cool. I talked about the church museum. I love you too, Streety, for its own craziness, right? Here's his card. And I'm like, Streety, Santa with an attitude? Streety, why does Santa have such a bad attitude? And then he tells us inside the card. Because he saw everything. Man, if you saw everything, you'd probably get a look like, are you kidding me? Okay? He saw it all. Okay? That's a good card, bro. I open up the card. I open up the card and there's a $2 bill in there. Crisp as can be, straight from the mint. $2 bill. He must have handled it with lab gloves. We've dusted it for fingerprints, not a single fingerprint on it. I have a little fingerprint dusting kit. I do that as a hobby once in a while. I check to see if anybody's left any fingerprints on things. So we dusted this, Streety. I can see how pristine you kept this. He didn't even leave a fingerprint on it. You should have seen the packaging. I had to take it out of its package. And I was like, I think we should dust that. All right? And we found out. Not a fingerprint on it. It's in mint condition. The $2 bill is my first donation to your nonprofit. More to come in the future. The $2 bill has always fascinated me for some reason, and because of that, they're special to me. I wanted to give you one. Ready for the tears? I wanted to give you one, something to represent how special and unique you are, Pops. Maybe displaying this as a reminder to yourself as to how different and unique you are. I failed to find the words to accurately express my gratitude towards you, what you have created, and how it has blessed my life and countless others. You are loved, and you cultivate that which perpetuates love and kindness. I haven't written a letter in many years, excuse my penmanship. For the coming year, I wish you both health, love, and success in all that you do and all you attempt. Have a wonderful holiday season and Merry Christmas. Love, Streety. I love it how we allow ourselves to be called by our screen names instead of our real names. We know what they are, Gary, but I like our screen names. They're our code names with one another. Getting 5 people agree we don't mind having code names. It's almost like we have secret handshakes. P.S. I found the mushroom spoon maker online. This thing is really cool. Okay, Higgs, I love our screen names. Okay. Look at this beautiful thing. Handmade by an artisan. Handmade by an artisan. In 2023, she's Annie Furness Art. FurnessStudios.com. Right, nerdy? I actually like calling you nerdy. This is beautiful. You know how some things have a certain warmth to them, a certain charm to them? For sure. Then there's another thing. This thing is so awkward looking at first. I'm like, what the hell is that? I wouldn't want Jesus Christ in Australia to get a hold of this. Okay? But then after a few minutes of holding it and just checking it out, I'm like, that thing is like as cool as they come. She is married to a man called John. Oh, wow. John is blind and is a woodworker. Wow. His account is called The Blind Woodsman on IG. Please check him and his wife out. They make beautiful art and wood pieces. This would be one of his pieces. Blind. We were talking about being blind yesterday. He's not blind. Clearly, this man is not blind. He's just sight challenged. Look at this one. There is a aura, like I'm not trying to be Joe Metaphysical. There is a charm, a warmth to these, something. I am going to treasure these, Streety, no joke. Once the churchseum opens, we'll put them over there too. But for now, they're going to go up on my display case here. Okay? This looks like a penis envy. Let me be honest. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but it looks like one of of the fruits that we call a penis envy. It's beautiful, Streety. Thank you. And the pristine one. I got all the fingerprint powder off of it and everything so I could show it to people here. But it's pristine, and we're going to get it framed and then put up. Okay? It looked like a penis envy to me. Sharon Sparks. We're going to finalize. There's a couple more things going on here. Yeah, it could be an ape, right, Kimberly? An ape albino MDK wants it to be. Could be. Sharon Sparks, my good friend, she's such a sweet lady. I met her at Mushfest, but we're friends here online before that. And I'll never forget Sharon for the Mushfest in April in Tennessee when Sharon brought, wait for it. Sharon brought, I'm going back in my mind. If the number was, I think it was 38. She brought 38 fishing poles and tackle. And they were of all various colors. Some very bright orange. Some fluorescent greens, a chartreuse or two. She had a couple of camos. That's why I'm losing count, because the camo ones are hard to see. But yeah, it was 38 total. She comes, this is the first time I've seen her. Here comes Sharon. She got her arms like this. Poles. I'm like, how is the pole rack moving? You can't see her. You can't see her because she's stuck in the middle of all the poles, right? And she's walking around with them, and you're looking and you're watching all these poles move by. And you're going, how are the poles moving? And then, I think it was Carlotta told me, oh, Sharon's in the middle of them. Sharon has them. I go, really? Where? Yeah, and then finally you could see her. You could see Sharon down in the middle of the pack, carrying them around. My point being, Sharon, from the minute I met her to this day, has always been extremely generous. And with some of her health challenges, she hangs in there. I like that. I like that old broad. Let me just put it to you that way. And she and Ronnie do a pretty darn good job of putting up with each other. Sharon hangs in there. Sharon has a lot more physical problems than I do. She gets a couple of house tornado tree falling issues. Sharon doesn't quit. My experience with my friend Sharon is that she doesn't quit. And there are times it's real easy to do that. There's times that you can just give in to it's not fair. I've seen her slip. She's right at the edge of sometime, once or twice. Man, it's not getting fair. I'm back. I'm back, everybody. I never left. And I appreciate that some of you women here, that some of the women here have reached out to her and been her friend. The health issues, when we talk about health, I personally believe, I don't want to hear, it's not I don't want to hear. I don't think it's appropriate for me, if there's healing women here, if there's women here that are healers, my first response to a woman is to ask her to go talk to a woman healer before me. Same thing with the man, though. I would ask a man to talk to me before a woman. And I'm not being chauvinistic by this. I am not. I'm being practical. I'm going to understand a man's issues just a little better than I'm going to understand a woman's. Let's not be chauvinistic. I'm not saying, oh, women are better. That's not the point. If you're having questions and I'm not saying that the other gender can't help you too, but I'm saying the starting point. There's also been, and let's just be honest, you have to, in today's world, and not just today's world, all of my life's world, do you know how important it was to stay above all consideration of inappropriateness? If you were having a meeting with me, a single woman meeting with me, somebody else was in the office. And the office door was open. Never had a single meeting with a woman with the door closed. I don't care if it was the other pastor's wife. There are certain things there are ways that you need to conduct yourself that will keep you above reproach. You start talking to a lady about her medical issues, the next thing you know, she can take a screenshot, edit it, and make it sound like you're asking personal questions about her feminine stuff. Men, women, let's start with each other first. And it's appropriate. And then you go to another source if that source isn't working for you, etc. Right, Herbie? I can't. I don't want, it's just like you meet some of the greatest people. These people aren't here for you to pick up on when you're in a position of leadership. That's so disrespectful to yourself first. Okay? So, that's just Sharon. Back to the idea of Sharon. There was a time back in the summer-ish, and Sharon was asking me, hey, Sharon, I got to direct you to the healing women here. Okay, we need to direct you to the healing women, and a lot of you stepped up and became partners to her in her process. So thank you. Secret Santas. The Secret Santa thing was going phenomenal. The amount of people that we did, I was talking again to Brock yesterday, that we did through Secret Santa, and we're able to do it here virtually, the way we did it, other than on Sunday taking a long time on our show. I'll tell you, what a gratifying process. I had sent something, Sharon is my Secret Santa, that's why I'm talking about her this morning. Not the only reason, I love Sharon. And she needs to know she's supported and loved, like we all do. 100 people here. Thank you. You guys are killing it. Back to Sharon. So Sharon had sent, she was my Secret Santa and I was hers. She sent her packages. Boop, I got them on time. She did everything she was supposed to do. I've never seen this before in my life, though. I could, I'm not paying a lot of attention. I didn't know that you could send the packages wrapped. This isn't like you opened a box and found wrap packages. These are already wrapped, dropped off at the post office. The only thing it didn't have was the ribbon on it. How do you do that? Are you allowed to do that? I go to the post office 2,500 times this year, dropping off packages. Never once dropped off a pre-wrap. Are you allowed to do that? You don't have to spend any money on the outside box? Penny, help me out here. I've never seen a pre-wrap come like this. And isn't this a Target? Aren't they looking at that going, oh, wait a minute, it's a pre-wrap. Gotta snatch that. Sharon asked, well, I'm sure you did, babe, because they put they put a priority on it. I just didn't know. I honestly have never seen. I didn't know. I'm asking. See, you guys didn't know either. Sharon, nobody knew. 2 pre-wraps. 2 of them. Evan's going, Pops, calm down. You could have put it in a paper bag. I know, that's a plain brown paper bag. I've never seen where you actually wrapped it in the Christmas wrapper and sent it. That's crazy. This is my Secret Santa. It's from Secret Santa. I waited to today to open it because the package I sent her somehow got delayed in her post office area on Saturday, and she wasn't able to get it till yesterday. So she opened hers maybe yesterday, and I'm like, I'm not opening mine until Sharon gets hers. And then I wanted to do it live because I thought you deserve it, Sharon. I have no idea what's in my pre-wrap, okay? I know, watch it, Higgs. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Oh, somebody has been telling, somebody told Sharon Pops is a sausage fanatic. I love sausage. No idea how you knew, Sharon. You're welcome, sweetie. I got Old Wisconsin Deluxe Sampler. Basically, I got sausages. I'm a little confused. I'll have to be careful which one I eat first. Okay? But I got sausages, man. These are great, no joke. Sausages, cheese, and Bavarian-style mustard, and thank you. Thank you. It's not a hot dog. Well, I love hot dogs, too. Okay, and then she said there's another present for Brock and myself. Oh, Sharon, you're out of control. Sharon, this is beautiful. So when I was feeling the box, or feeling the package, I thought, you know what that feels like? It feels like, what do they call it? A photo album. Felt like a photo album. So you look at it and you go, yeah, that's a photo album. Look at that. She sent me a photo album. So I'm going to open the photo albums. There's going to be 1,000 pictures of all of us at Tea, Mush Fest, all of that, right? Okay. Teas of the world. I feel like we could do a whole rando session just on this. Teas of the world. We got teas from England and France and Morocco and Turkey and Jamaica and China and Japan and India. 80 bags. Incredibly appropriate. You think Sharon Sparks knows me or something? How did you know I'd like sausage and tea, Sharon? Thank you, sweetheart. Tell Ronnie I said hi. Love you too. Reach out to me if you need anything. It's a beautiful gift. I love the box. Should have been a photo album of us, though. Okay, should have been. No, let's do 2 giveaways. Let's do 2 giveaways. Men only. Men only. Women here cannot participate this round. This round. And it's numbers 1 through 50. 3 of them at one time on one line. Men only. Sausage kind of guys. Men only. Women, you can't participate in this one. Okay? Just the men. Men only, for symbology's sake. Men only. I'm looking at the numbers on my screen. I still haven't seen the one that's in the chute. Okay? Men only. Right, Sharon? It probably could. Men only. I'm looking for the number. I haven't seen it yet. Somebody give me this number, would they please? I want a man. I want a real man to give me a number. Give me a real man at our sausage fest. Where's a real man? You're not a real man unless you give me this number. That's a bad agreement. I disagree with that. Not true. Give me the number. I still haven't seen it. 75's way too high, Dante. Stayed under 50. 1 to 50 from a real man. I almost feel like the Marlboro man should drive it. Well, I guess the real man answered it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. With an answer of 40, guess who answered it correctly? Just guess. That would be Free, the ancient one. So he said, you want a real man? Oh, okay, well, hold on a minute, Pops. Why don't you just pick a 40? Get out of here, Free. Okay? Free! Congratulations. We're going to be sending Free a gift for a real man. Free. These 2 together, let me just show you. Oh, Free. Good job, bro. Here we go. I'm going to send you 2 of them. A real man and his woman. Yes, I said it. A real man and his woman. Okay? That's the grossest way in the world to say woman. It's a very chauvinistic, creepy way to say woman. Your woman. Okay? We're also including in there, Free, a ghost plate. So you've got a ghost plate, a real man, and his woman. Okay? That's going to Free. Ladies only, get ready. Ladies only, get ready. I have a very appropriate mushroom for the ladies here. Ladies only. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Ladies only. Between 1 and 50. Nerds can't pronounce it like that. It's woman. That's my woman. Okay, it's creepy. I used to say that and Brock would freak out. Say, Pops, you can't say that. Women only. Women only. Oh, wow, this is so appropriate. It's so appropriate. Here we go. The answer is incredibly appropriate. It's a 13. That's a 13 right there. Laura Devine said 13. I read Laura's letter this morning, and Laura decides, you know what, you ought to pay me for that. Come on, man. Give me a prize, Pops. If you're gonna read my stuff out loud, you're gonna give me a prize too. Right? Laura's holding us to some very high standards. Laura's now a professional letter writer. Everybody else writes them for free. Laura's like, and I'd like my mushroom, please. Okay? Laura, when you write to me with your address, tell me if you need a plate. If you don't need a plate, I'll put a Pops 10-pack of caps in instead. But otherwise, I'm sending you this plate. TB is our code. It's a ghost plate. I'm happy to send you this, Laura. Or if you're not doing any growing right now, I can send you some caps. The reason that I saved this mushroom for a lady is because I felt it was, wait for it, shall we say, family oriented? A whole cluster. We got the whole family going here. Okay, we got the Pops. We got the moms. We got a cluster of kids. Okay, it's basically the T crew. All right? It's a beautiful cluster of ODPE. Right? Let's throw it on the old scaly whaley. Actually, the real man weighed just a little bit more. But I love when I find clusters like this. I'm going to try to hold on to them and give them away to you guys. They're very representational. So, Laura Devine, you know what to do. Send me your address. Tell me if you want the plate or you want pop caps instead. And then, of course, I'm going to send you the shroom family. Okay? Now, I'm going to read from the book a little bit. We have about 10 to 15 minutes to go. And then I'm going to do one more giveaway here before we go today. This one will be for everybody, not just men, not just women. It's going to be for what's inside this box. I can tell you that's what's inside this box. I'll open it at the end of the show. But what's inside this box? Well, let me just tell you, the box weighs... Well, let's see how much the box weighs. 536 grams. 536 grams. Okay. So, whatever's inside that box right there weighs 536 grams. Stick around. Put up with me just a little bit longer. Ghastly, yeah. A pound is like 448 grams, 450 grams, right about that. RX1 thinks it's a pound of prison cheese. No, RX, no. Stop it. I'm scarred too. I have a scar. Stop it. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't forget the box weighs something, and then there's a little packing in there, and yeah. Oh God, that's funny. I think it's a pound of prison cheese, Pops. Capri Sun and a tin of Vienna sausage. Ew. All right, real quick, before I read serious stuff, who's eating prison cheese? You can say it with a straight face, it's okay. Who has eaten, maybe just jail cheese? Usually it's with the bologna, it's about that thick, right? They just slab it on there, they don't care. How thick is it? Somewhere between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch. Am I right? They don't give you a little thin slice like an American cheese slice. No. It's a Hague's have it. It's a good 1/4 inch thick. And you're like, oh, this is going to be great. I got some cheese. This is prison cheese. Ugh. Do humans resist life? Do humans resist life? Remember, we live in a fog, a matote. There's a space of chaos. Everything you believe about yourself, we're on page 16. Everything you believe about yourself in the world, all the concepts and programming that you have in your mind are all the matote, the Toltec word that he likes to use for the conception of the fog that we can live in. The world's fog. We cannot see who we truly are, and we cannot truly be free. He argues that is why humans resist life. To be alive is one of the biggest fears humans have. To cut all the cords, to go for broke, to be who your soul spark really is, not who your family expected you to be, not who society said, oh, this is what we expect. To be truly alive. Death's not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be really alive. You think that that's a false statement. It's not. Give that some thought later. It's incredibly true. See, because most of what we do, we're not living. We're just existing. We're just getting by. And then once in a while we get a little spike. Oh, and you get a little, and then you live in these valleys and these hills, and that's not living. That's not alive. I'll argue with you that until I was 61 years old, I was not alive. I was living society's dream for me. And then I programmed myself into, yeah, that's what I should do. I should get out of rehab and I should go try to pay it back by doing this. Yeah, I should go marry a saint and try to be a saint. There wasn't one part of me that was really there. In that same time frame, I can't imagine the countries and the cultures and the places I could have been and living and cliff diving and flying and diving. Go to the North Pole. Catch the biggest fish you can in the Andes. That's my idea of life. Now, there's other people. I can't imagine. We don't live our lives. Shuttle around in a car, letting it poke out pollution on the planet, shuttle from this spot to that spot so you can pay your taxes on a property you own. That's not alive. 9 to 5 grind. It's hump day. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Death is not the biggest fear we have. The risk is to be alive and express who we really are. Just being ourselves is the biggest fear of humans. I can't let you see who I am, Higgs. You might not like me anymore. Oh my God, if Streety actually came to Mushfest and saw me in person? Oh, geez. My whole image will fail. You know what happened instead? In this case, 3 guys were alive. Went. Took the risk. Spent time on the road, one in a hotel room just to get there. Be alive. To meet. And the connection still exists. That's what it means to be alive. We have learned to live our lives trying to satisfy other people's demands. My holy wife. I couldn't even watch the TV channels I wanted to watch. We're talking a prison for years and years and years. We live in other people's prisons. Well, this is what they expect of me. I'm doing a really good job being what they expect. We live as prisoners of other people's expectations of us. Imagine just having a problem with expectations of your own. We have learned to live by other people's points of view. You know what society has taught us? Oh, you're fat. You're skinny. Oh, you're perfect looking. Whose idea? Who decided what the idea of beauty was? Who decided? Fifth Avenue? The billboard makers? Shouldn't the idea of beauty be, look how kind that person is? What a beautiful person. I don't even look at the outside. I mean this sincerely. Learned, trained, way past that. The outside means crap to me. I actually feel sorry for some of the girls that have to spend 3 or 4 hours painting themselves appropriately before they go outside and see somebody. Who do you think I'm looking at? The painted rendition of you? I don't want to see the painted rendition of you. I like you. I don't care if you got a mole or you got a zit. I don't care. I care, did you pick up the phone and did you call Sharon? Is Sharon okay? Spend your time calling Sharon But society taught her. Society told her, get Revlon, get MAC, get Estee Lauder. You don't understand the foundation. The foundation needs to match my pre-existing skin. What am I? Am I an autumn or a winter, or am I a spring, or am I a... There isn't too many girls I know. Sorry, this is what society's done to you. There aren't too many girls I know that don't own about $400 worth of just makeup brushes. Just the brushes. Forget all the little fun things they get to dab it in. And they didn't buy $400 worth of brushes because I can't wait to get a brush. They did it because we programmed them to. We expect that from you. Dude, you better go to the gym and buff up. You better take steroids. You want to look good? I got a guy in the back room. I'll make that happen for you. King, this whole eyelash thing's freaking me out. I mentioned this to a friend recently. What the hell is going on with eyelashes? Seriously. A few years ago, an eyelash, oh, those are cute, little pretty little eyelash. That's nice. Now, eyelashes are out to, they are this long. If you don't have an eyelash that long, you don't really have a fake eyelash on. And then the whole thing's moving, and then it slips, and then they got to go check it out. I am grossed out by the long eyelashes. And then they don't clean the mascara off of it. They glove a little bit more on. Pretty soon it's not an eyelash. It's a mascara bar. Now you're wearing a whole mascara bar on your face. You don't even see the individual lash. It's a new fashion somehow. I watch these girls on TV. It's like I've never seen anybody with this long a lash. How do you keep your eye open? These girls go to eyelash weight workout classes. I'm not talking about what they are inside. I'm talking about they didn't need to do that. I'm not making fun of the girl. I'm telling society made her do that. Her girlfriends are doing that. The girl on the billboard's doing that. The one on commercials on TV, they're doing that. So what do? We do that. I wear a mascara bar now because everyone else does. Listen here. Look at. I hope the ladies are listening. Honestly, us men aren't that turned on by the longest lash on planet. Get a little cute little something. Maybe your eyelash isn't quite there, and you got to get a little supplement. That's okay. It's cute. You have to be like, I can pet my dog with my eyelash. That officially, you've gone too far, in my opinion. Okay? So just so the girls know, you don't have to wear them that long. We'll be okay. It's not, somebody's told you that that's hot. It's not. During the process of domestication, we form an image of what perfection is. The perfect length eyelash is. There's whole sections in stores now. Eyelash sections. I remember back in the day, this is a true story, I'm almost done for today. My mom It's pretty eyes. My mom, beautiful lady. She was heavy. I grew up embarrassed to my mom because she was not what socially people like correct size. When my mom would do her makeup, she didn't do a lot of makeup. You know what, my mom? Ladies, help me remember these. I haven't seen these in a long time. Not that I pay attention. I don't. Eyelash curler. I was fascinated by that machine. How the hell could you open it and close it and it does this whole thing and it's curved and it grabs your eyelash and it curves it up and you're sitting there with your little boop and your little eyeglass and it's curling. Mom, what's up? What's wrong with your eye? Nothing, sweetie. I'm curling my eyelash right now. I'm curling the only one I have. Who here's used an eyelash curler? Help me out. I don't. How long do you have to keep it on the eyelash for it to curl, and then you can switch to the other one? Do you guys remember that? Danny, you did not use one. What did you? Oh, you're using your mom's just to see what it felt like. Crystal's used one. Penny's used one. Vegas has used one. I expect the girls have used one. Beth has used one. Do you use them anymore? Or do you just say, to hell with it, I'm not going to curl it, I'm just going to go put a Faco on? Penny says it's only 10 seconds, bum down. My mom used it all the time. Do you still use it? I don't know why this is a big subject, but it is. Do you still use it? Or do you just say, to hell with it, and put Facos on? Look at all the girls are never. When did that go out of style? I don't know. Penny, you're so pretty you don't need makeup. It's something to think about. Eyelash curler. So basically the company that made eyelash curlers is pretty close to out of business. Laura, your eyes are so pretty you don't need to add anything to them. Danny's turned his into a roach holder. That's creepy, Danny. Then what do? Do you give it back to your mom? Seriously, Mom, why does your eyes smell like a roach? I don't know. Danny, what'd you do? During domestication, we form an image of what is perfection. What are the perfect length eyelashes? If we don't have them, by golly, we'll go buy them and put them on. We create an image of how we should be in order to be accepted by everybody. I can't go to the party if I don't have eyelashes on. Jasmine's going to have her eyelashes on. I got to be about an 1/8 of an inch longer. Wait. Honey, it's been 3 hours you've been putting your makeup on. We're just going over to Jasmine's for a cup of tea. We especially try to please people that love us, like our mom and our dad, and their big brothers and sisters. Oh, you know who else we try to please? The priests and the teachers. Teachers, if that's what we want to call them, in many cases. A lot of teachers are just babysitters. A lot of teachers are just giving you back the domestication they got. I don't have very many memories of teachers that taught me to think freely. It's not what teachers in our situations, our institutions do. You know why? That's not what they were taught to do. Teachers weren't taught to teach. We try to be good enough for them. We create an image of perfection. But you know what? Try as you might. You do not fit the image. There isn't a single image that's been made out there for us, manufactured, domesticated for us, that any of us actually match. That's the sadness of this. It would be different if a bunch of people made their image and we at least had a 90% success rate. At least 90% of us matched the image that we were crafted to be. There'd be a lot less hell in the world. That isn't what happens. We end up not matching the image, the one painted for us. We have marriages and relationships. We're not matching the image that the person that married us expected. They paint a picture of you, and you're supposed to look like the picture. They don't look at you and go, I either like what's real in front of me or not. I want one that matches the picture I painted. You know, the one where he brings me home roses every day. Or whatever your expectation is. The guys, you know, her eyelashes should be longer. We create this image for ourselves and for others. But it's not real. You're setting yourself up. You're setting them up. When you have these expectations of any kind, we're never going to be perfect from other people's point of view, from the domesticated planet's point of view. There isn't anything that you've ever been taught that said, you will finally, when you finally get here, you can stop. You're perfect now. Even in our domestication, nobody gave us a finish line. The closest they could give you is you'll retire someday from your 40-year career. That's the closest they can give you. Even in our dream that the world's given us, it hasn't even told you how to consider it a win in their linear world. They forgot to give you that part. So you just keep grinding. Keep trying to be what they want you to be. Can we be different? Most of us here are seeking to be different than that. We'll continue to talk about how this week, next week. The biggest way is don't have those agreements. Let's change them. I don't agree that I have to keep grinding. I don't agree that there's a finish line. And once I reach it, whew, I did what the world expected from me. I don't believe any of that anymore. I did. I was one of the top grinders. I'm 3 companies in, a couple of churches, a yacht, apartment buildings, side businesses, every hobby you could think of. I was deep in. Grinding right is, I want to win this thing. I was a few years behind, I felt. I didn't start till I was 30. I was on the grind. I was on the treadmill. I jumped off. I'm like literally, and listen to the difference in my life now. I didn't have people writing to me or to us, the crew, telling how we're changing and making lives more beautiful. You know what I was getting before? Is, you're kind of a son of a bitch. You took advantage. You won on that one. Yeah, you underbid it and you got the property. You got the deal. Wow, you cut a corner over there on that deal and you think yeah, those were the letters I'd get. I like my new letters. I love my new letters. Let's do a giveaway. Final giveaway of today. I hope you guys understand the message I'm sending. And I'm trying to use myself as an example at all times. I don't want to make examples out of anyone else but me. And the things that I say here are clearly my opinion. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. We have too much good to do. Okay? Let's do our final giveaway. Everybody is involved. Everybody plays. 1 through 50. Give me a number. 1 through 50. Whoever says this number first is going to win this 534-gram box. Okay, who is it? Wait. What is it? Wait, I think I see it already. Wait. I think I see it already. Hold on. Satter Wolf. No, even before that. The very first one. The very first one. This was meant to be. The very first person, first number. And then about 8 of you said it too. Look at that. It's number 11. It's number 11. Man, there was all kinds of number 11s that wanted this box of cheese. But guess what? Danny Singleton's going to get this. Was it Danny? Danny Singleton's the first I saw on my screen. Danny Singleton's going to get this box of cheese. All right, you ready, Danny? Here we go. And it's ready to go out. It's ready right now. Okay, you ready? Look at this box of cheese Danny's getting. One little spot left to colonize on the way to you. So we're going to be sending Danny this box of cheese. It's 1 pound of rye berries, colonized. And then probably the box weight, etc. Okay? So we're going to get that out to you. I'm going to give away a box of cheese again tomorrow. Give me 5 people that want me to give another one away tomorrow before I go. Real quick. Give me 5 people. Pops, do 1 more box of cheese tomorrow. Say cheese. Shroom cheese. Okay? Government cheese. All right? Pass the cheese. Who cut the cheese? Okay, you guys, be good and kind. And there's so many choices you're going to have to make today. And each of them say, do I want to live in the matote, the fog of the world? Or am I looking to be a special and a kind human being? That if I kept doing this for a strong period of time, I am going to change my mental attitude. I'm going to change. And I'm going to turn out to be a candle glowing in the world. People will be attracted to my candle. I'm not doing it for that reason, but that will be a result. If I can make today the day I choose to not be foggy, when it starts to feel foggy and you start to go, man, I'm having situations. I'm ready to be in like conversation. I'm ready to be a parent to a child. No, stop. Treat like an adult to an adult. Have those relationships. Have the relationship where you're honest and tell somebody, this is who I really am. And I understand if you can't love me, I'm not going to be the picture you painted of me. I'm going to be me. And I'm going to be truly alive. Sometimes alive means you're not with that person. Guess what? There'll be 57,000 alive people that'll replace them. Or at least 19,000 plus. Be alive. Have a beautiful day. Ripple goodness and kindness, please. Have a great day. Waz and Brian and Beth and Kylie and DBS and R&R and File and Satter and Sharon and Perlene and Kyle and Tiffany, love you. And Jesus Christ in Australia. And Anthony, your cheese is something else, bro. You're the big cheese. Free, thank you, bro. File 13 and Kyle and DBS and Michael and RX and Hags. There's my man. And James, yes, you can, James. I wish you would use. I'll just send me an IG and I'll send you a link, bro. Kyle and Jimmy Max and Clean Grow and Mike and Pilar and Vegas. And it's a Yorkshire thing. And Daniel and Benny Ben and Hempstead and Pennypack. And Matt and Ghastly and Jolie. She doesn't need eyelashes from here to the moon. Nerd Nature, Big Al, Saska Mojo, Herbie Von Wormy Kebab, D. Anderson, Jason, Sharon, thank you for the gift, sweetheart. R&R, Crystal, Love Slinger, slinging it all around. Shy, love you, man. Mr. Marmars, Laura, have a divine day. Evan, yes, we'll be here tomorrow. Free, and Mike, and Anthony, and Corey D, and Sherry, and Carrie the Smiling One, and Jesus Christ in Australia. Aaron, hi, Aaron. Nice to see you. Jimmy Max, and Per, Oline, and Kimberly, hi, Kim, and Streety. Big Love, Big Guy, Satterwolf, Ghastly, Lady K, James, you're very welcome. Mr. Marmars, Jesus Christ, Streety, Mikey, Love Slinger, Jesus, Danny, Anthony, James, Captain, Pilar, D. Anderson, Grady, Kyle, Paige and Evan and Kim and Mr. Phillips and Love, and Daniel C. and Kimberly, and Mike Barbali, and Kyle Brownie Ing, and Jesus and City. Good morning, Sid. You know, at the church Zeum, we're going to have a pony. Well, it's going to happen. Pilar and the Waz and Perline. Thank you, Perline. And Deborah, she's a pearl. And Justin, okay, man, Rosie, and Ace is shooting Buckeyes. Nerd Nature, and there's my big guy, my big pal, all the way from New Hampshire. Mushmouth out.